Okay, just gonna get to the point here. That was a shit show. I really don't know what else to call that. I don't like cursing on these videos. I really don't. But you know what? That deserved it. That was a total shit show. I really don't understand why 15th game of the season, 15th game of this year, and you still cannot have a consistent 60-minute effort. Still. Okay, I get it. You're going through COVID, right? You're down 6 regular guys. You've been banged up. You've played 2 games in or 1 game in a span of 2 weeks, or 2 games and whatever. You haven't played many games at all recently. I get that. But come on. You had a really good first period. I'm not even gonna dissect the game. I'm not going to, because there's no point. It was a 7-3 blowout. It was 2-2 after the first period. Bruins scored 4 in that period. 3 goals in 99 seconds, and that was the game. That was it. The game was over at that point. The Flyers, they tried. I mean, the lines were pretty similar. JVR with Coots and Farabee, Raffle, Hayes, Albie, Coupel, Bonneman, Patrick, Sushko. Kashev's out for this one. He's a scratch. And Morin, Andrioff, and Friedman they had on the right wing for times this game. Provy, Meyer, Sanheim, Ghost, Hag, Gustafson, and Harden net. Quick thing on Hart, it didn't look like he could stop a beach ball tonight. And again, it happens. He's a young goaltender. He's one of the best young goalies in the NHL. Arguably, he is the best goalie. I think he's the best goalie in the best young goalie in the NHL. It's ridiculous how, it looks like at times they can't even defend that top line. 34 seconds in, it's 1-0. 12 seconds into that last game you played them, it's 1-0. I just don't understand. You cannot contain that line. The Bruins right now look like the Islanders of last year, where you cannot beat the Islanders. No matter how good you played, what lead you had, no matter what period you were going into with a lead, didn't matter. Flyers blew a lead in this one. And, 3 goals in 99 seconds. Another goal a minute in to the second period for Pastrnak. This is ridiculous. I mean, Hart probably could have had that second goal. There was some traffic in front. He could have had the third goal. It was a great shot, but still. The fourth goal, they needed a save there, turnover at the blue line. Fifth goal, again, that was just a meatball right at his glove, and he missed it. And, the sixth goal, it's just a play in front, and they score. And, they put Moose in, and you know what? I don't want to sit here and, harp on Hart the whole time, because you know what? He's faced a lot of shots, and the Flyers are giving up a lot of shots, and they've been outshot in just about every game this year. Where, again, at the end of the first period, they had more shots than Boston. Shots were 11-9 in favor of the Flyers. They ended the game with 19. You had 8 shots through the remaining 40 minutes of play. 8! You had 3 in the second period. I mean, it's just things like that are so aggravating. And it's just, I don't understand what the problem is. Listen, I get it. You are down guys. You have essentially 2 guys who've played defense their whole career playing wing right now. But, that's not an excuse. If you played with them in the first period and you battled with them, you scored twice, you were right in it with them, you actually had a really good first period where they scored 30 seconds in and it looked like it didn't matter. You came right back, you generated chances, you had a really good shift from that Hayes line, generated a couple chances in front. And then the Flyers got the ball rolling. They get the goal from Farabee, and it's a tie game. Then they get the goal from Couturier right out of the box. It's a 2-1 game. Well, then, less than a minute later, tied. It was two defensive breakdowns in your zone. Well, 2 defensive breakdowns in that period that led to Bruins goals. And, they both come from that top line. The one from McAvoy, they had a really good shift, and McAvoy scores. It's, it sucks, because you know what? If, it's hard to say if this would have happened if they had those other guys. It probably wouldn't have. They probably would have held it together. It would have been different. The ice time would have been different and everything. But you know what? It's not an excuse. it's not, these games matter. There's 2 points to be won at the end of the day. It still adds to the record, adds into the standings. We cannot sit here and say, oh, well, because of these guys. Yeah, it doesn't help. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't help, or sit here and say that it makes it any easier for them. But still, you played with them in the first period, and it's just, it sucks because it's a terrible effort from the team. They had a great first period, as I said, and then they just let it slip away right into the second period. Nothing, whatever they did, just couldn't get anything going. They had maybe 2-3 chances in that second period to score. He's made a beautiful move, shot high glove. Again, I mean, we saw a lot of crazy stuff this weekend with Lake Tahoe. From the delay of the Avs Knights game to, the Flyers one getting delayed a little bit because of the sun. I thought it was great. I thought the camera angle was fantastic. The scenery was amazing. The way they hosted the games was awesome. Having some hockey after dark was cool last night. From having midnight hockey getting resumed for the second and third. There was a lot of cool stuff. I mean, this game sucked from a Flyers fan perspective, but it was cool to see how they put it together. And I give the NHL credit. I don't blame them for anything. It's tough to even do this stuff. They've had maybe one. This is probably the one time where they messed up. And out of how many outdoor games? I think there's they said it was like the 30, 32 or 33 outdoor games they've had. Going back all the way to 2003 with the Oilers and the Canadiens game. And now, I give them credit because they tried something, and obviously it didn't work out, and they were able to fix it, get the ice better, and they ended up finishing that game. So again, it looked really good today. It seemed like the ice. It looked like it was really live boards. I mean, we saw it on that Farabee goal, where it didn't even look like Kutz was trying to do that. It was something out of Daniel Sedin's book. You just throw it off the boards, and they're right there. And it was crazy. It reminded me of Joe Louis Arena at times with the live boards and everything. But again, I thought the atmosphere was really cool for the game. I thought a lot of stuff that they did. Again, the jerseys were fantastic. I love the Flyers reverse retro. Many people know that. The Bruins jersey's nice too. I thought all jerseys were nice. Even Vegas and Colorado too, with the Nordiques and the Avs or the Knights, spiked logo. But again, for a Flyers fan perspective, this game sucked. This can't keep happening. I know you're down guys, and I know you have a crazy lineup right now, but it's not an excuse. And again, it's going to hurt you. It's going to, just because you're down guys doesn't mean you have to, it's not like there's bums coming into the lineup. These guys are NHL players, and they're NHL caliber players, and they come into the lineup and they're able to play with the team, and they're able to showcase what they can do. And not really, there hasn't been anything from that. I mean, I think one thing we kind of needed tonight was a good game from that Patrick line, and you didn't really get that. I mean, you saw the Kutz and Hayes line start to generate a lot of chances for most of the period. Couturier, he looked like he had a good game offensively in that first period. But after that, it just seemed like the Flyers just could not do anything. And, as of now, it sucks because this game kind of, it's just a bad game. It is. It's bad effort from everybody. Hart had a rough game. It sucks. It really does. Because, again, you don't want to do this in an outdoor game with national television, all that stuff. 3 goals in 99 seconds. And it's all she wrote for this one. But, you know what? You're back at it again on Wednesday. You got the Rangers at home. And then you have Buffalo Saturday at 1 o'clock in Buffalo on the road. So take it for what it is. We're going to have to see if there's any updates with the COVID protocol. Any of these guys come off for the Flyers. Let me know your guys' thoughts below on this one. Again, really bad effort from the Flyers tonight. Carter Hart was just not on his game, and it happens. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and harp on Hart the whole time because there was many other things that were bad besides Carter Hart. But it was a rough game from the young goaltender. And again, it's not like Hart is not going to bounce back. It's not like he was going to be perfect every game anyway. So remember, guys, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.